Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 84 of Deagostini's Build Your Own R2D2 from Star Wars, obviously. Right, this issue is another one that looks like it's going to be quite good fun. We've got quite a lot to do, quite a lot of bits. We've got a big tray of bits, in fact, with some electrics and mechanical things, and yeah, lots of interesting bag of other bits as well. So, without any further ado, let's get on. We're assembling the pivots. Now these are the little manipulator arm things that sort of pop out the front. So one of the two pivots, they're both the same. We don't need to worry about which one's which on those. So we've got those. We've got a motor, which has already got little gears in there, so it obviously gears down quite a lot. We have a couple of big bits, obviously that bag of other bits. Lots of bits that I don't know what they are. Let's get them all off the tray, and then we can see exactly what we're dealing with from piece to piece. Let's take it all out. There we go, nothing left in there. Let's get rid of that. Right, so starting off with one arm, one of them, and one screw, the normal 6mm self-tapping screw, which is why they gave us hundreds of those last time, and a screwdriver for putting it all together. Right, what we're doing, we've got one side of that that's got that on it. Right, so they may be different. Let's check. They are indeed opposites. So we've got one bit one side, one bit the other. So we're then going to follow the picture and use the one that's got that on this side, not on the other side. So that goes through there from that way, all the way through, and then that locks in place. Cool. Fix the slot in the end of the crank over there. Oh, and then drop it all and make it all come apart again. Let's start again. That through there, then holding that in place, that on there, and the screw goes in the end of that and holds that together. So let's get the screw on the screwdriver. Once you've got it started, it's easy. Just tighten that down till it's nice and tight, and that is then affixed to there. Cool. Do exactly the same on the other side. Get the other bits that I need. This one's got the different crankpiece, so yeah, do need to make sure you get them the right way round. That one goes all the way through there, and then that goes on there again, only one way round, and one more screw. Goes on. I'm guessing at that bit because I haven't turned the page yet, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it's going to tell me to do. Yep, the assembly should look like this. Let's just check. That one goes that way, that one goes that way, and yeah, it looks just like the picture. Right, then we have to build the clutch. So this is going to be using some of the metal bits. Let's get the bits really sorted first. So we've got that one. One bit that I can't see. Don't know what that bit is. Alright, we'll worry about that in a moment. That bit and that bit. Take the clutch plate. Okay, it doesn't actually mention that in the instructions at all, so we won't worry too much about the extra little black bit. That goes in there, doesn't matter which angle it is, it will be aligned later. So we'll put that in there. It goes over the top, and that's what holds it in place, with two of the ever useful screws. If I can get my screwdriver from under the paper, two of them holding that, on there. That's the clutch assembly assembled. In other news, this week the Deagostini Build Your Own X-Wing has launched in the UK. So I have accidentally subscribed to that. So not long after this issue airs, I would assume there's probably going to be a new series starting on my channel of me building that. So we'll see how that goes along as well. Right, assembling the clutch linkage. This is where I'm going to need a couple of these bits. 2 of them apparently, so I'll leave the rest of them in the bag. Not sure where they're going to come in useful. So we've got 2 of them, we've got one of them, and the bigger one of them, right, and two more screws, exactly the same as ever. Right, the clutch lever has a shaped recess that matches the end of the spindle. It does, it's got a little, yeah. So we'll put that on there, and put one screw in there. I keep hiding this screwdriver underneath the magazine, but different sides, so it's never in exactly the same place. Nice and confusing. So we're putting that in there. Tightening that down, and then it says turn it so it lines up. So yep, that's turned and lining up. They've got it that way up, and then they're putting one of them through there. Okay, that's a good tight fit. There we go. Okay, take either of those, it doesn't matter which way up that goes, and popping that on there. Snap it in, yep, good. Then do the same the other side with the other one. Again, still tight. See if we can push it down onto the table. There's probably less chance of bending it and breaking it by doing that. So yeah, that goes on there, and then that other one goes onto there. Cool. Haven't used that screw yet. Right, so that's that. Then fitting the arms to it. Right, got to get these the right way around then. So we've got that way up. We've got the short one and the long one. And this is that one, and that is that one. We need 2 more of these. Looks like they're giving us 2 spare, possibly. Worry about that in a moment. Now that goes in from the opposite way round to that one. So again, I'm going to do it by pushing it onto the table. That worked quite well last time. Do exactly the same on the other side in anticipation of that fitting the same way. I think it's a pretty safe bet. Right, let's get it the right way around again. So we've got the long one down here and the big one up there. Got the number on there, 42. Put it down through the long 42 and it goes onto that one. So yeah, that was the right way around. There we go. That's just like the picture there. Good. Although that one's just to do it through there and then through there, but let's follow the instructions. So I'll take it back out there. No, I won't. Yes, I will. See, that's what happens when you read ahead too far and don't pay attention. It's just to put it through the bit on the arm rather than through that hole like the last one. Don't read ahead. Don't guess. Push that through to get that back out. Right, so then we'll push that through there instead. Obviously got to go that way around, so I can't use the table. That's just being annoying. Right, and that goes in from this side. Okay, so that is a bit different. So yeah, that goes from the opposite side, obviously, because that needs to go together like that. Make sure a clutch and clutch lever are still in alignment. Yep, they are. Right, then we're taking the front panel assembly, which I have here, and fitting these in. Right, let's have a look. Extend both arms so you can feed their tips through the openings in the front panel. Let's get these out of the way. Okay, so both arms are going through there. One arm's gone through there. And that's the other arm through there as well. The wrong way around, no, the right way around. It was okay. That needs to go into there. So from the front, we've got him sitting like that. Good, I like that. And they will open, obviously, like that. So that's that. I've got that even the right way up. See, I paid attention there. Fit that to there, yeah. Adjust that so that seat on the bracket shown. Oh, there's a bracket there, gotcha. Okay, so that just sits on the top there. That's fine, I had that. Make sure both levers sit flush. I've already done that bit. Take another bit. These are the same. Let's have a look. We've got 49 and 48. No, they're probably different. So it says 48. Fit it over the upper pivot arm, just like that. So that holds that in place there. Cool. It says 2 of the screws are 2. Guess which screws? Go on, go on. I'll wait here. You guess. Yeah, it's the original. The only ones we're ever using now. The 6mm ones, but not the flange ones, because all that's going on the plastic. It's not. So I'm not actually going to tighten those all the way down yet. I'm going to put the other one on and make sure it lines up properly before I tighten anything down, because although it's the other side, it is all linked together. So let's get 2 more of them in over here. There we go. Right, let's just check to see that still lines up there. It's still closed, and I would assume if we turn that, they'll sort of both open if they get pulled and twisted and whatever. So yeah, so far so good. I'm quite happy with that, I think. It seems to be in the middle and about right. We'll figure out which way. Should they be in or out? They should be in, I think. Yeah, that one's got to be out, and that one's got to be out. And that goes there. Right, so that's that. Let's get these tightened up. They're still moving freely and seem to be in the right places. I know this is another bit that people have had trouble with. It's quite nice being a month behind people, basically, so I can learn from the mistakes of others when they've tweaked bits and amended bits and even, you know, painted and weathered different bits. So I think that's that. That's not got to shut because of that. Looking good. I like it. Looking good so far. Let's turn the page. Then we fit the motor together, so I'm going to put that aside for now, move that well out of the way. Right, we have the motor. One motor, which I'm going to unwrap now because we want to test that momentarily. We've got the casing for the motor and 6 of the screws. I had a big pile of these and a couple of issues back. I'm down to 1 now. So this is the way it should be. They give you enough screws for the next, actually 2, because that one's moved out of the way for some reason. Give you the right bits for the right thing. So slide that into there, fitting the spindle through the hole. Which way up does it? Does it matter which way up the actual thing is? Probably. So let's make sure I get it that way up. That's the way it's shown on the picture. So that's the way we shall go. Yep. You've got that there. Right, 1.63mm, that's these little tiny ones. They go through the ends there to hold that, hold the motor in place. So it's quite nice. You need 2 of these, they give you 3 of them. So that's the way it should be. When they're a unique type screw, give you 1 extra, because somebody's going to lose one. And if it's a unique bit you've lost, that can be a problem. bit more. Let's get all that flush. There we go. Right, that's that in there. Then the other side goes on. It's got a little arrow in there. That's fitting towards the point. That's that. Secure it to the base with 2 of the screws. I see. I think the other screws will hold it in place as well. One there, and one there. The assembly should look like this. Note the D shape of the projecting spindle. I will do in a minute. Give me a sec. Let's get those screws in first. Right. Yep, I have a D shape. And it's pointing the same way as the one in the picture as well. That's got to be a good thing. Right, fit the spindle to this corresponding hole in the clutch. Right, oh, we got fit from there. Okay, so that goes down there. So that goes down there. So make sure the clutch is seated on its bracket, and screw that onto there. So let's get this. See, it doesn't matter which way round it goes to get that in the right place. They should be on the inside. This is the fun bit, getting everything lined up right with the door, with the bits open and closed, and still getting it all lined up properly. So that's there. I haven't pushed that home enough. There we go. And then right, that's go that way a bit, but it can't go that way a bit because of that, because that needs to be turned a bit, maybe. Okay, pretty sure that whole thing shouldn't have to move, but it might. Okay, let's get that there and there then. That's that. Bottom 2 in, and that's the top 2 in. So it's all closed, that's lined up, that's in there. Hopefully that'll be in the right orientation now for that to turn. Which way will it turn? That'll turn there, and that will open them. Okay, I think that's alright, that's the plan. I like the look of that, so far so good. So let's get that held in place with these 4. And then we'll see about testing it. Now that clutch assembly that I put in will, in theory, mean that when the motor turns it, it will turn it, but it might lock up on that. So that's the bit that, if it gets caught in the wrong position, will just sort of slip rather than it trying to burn itself out. At least that's what I would think would happen. So the first couple of times of opening it might not behave as it should until everything sort of sits back into the right locations. So that's the 4 screws of there, and that, I believe, is this build section completed, but we do have to test it. So we'll get the test circuit, which I had from a couple of issues back already set up, making sure it's lined up in the right way, the right colours going to the right places and everything. Yep, that's as it was there. Uncoil the motor lead, plug it into the socket marked M, which is the second one along there by the looks of it. Yep, that's got an M on it. So let's get that in there. There we go. Right, 2 to open it and 1 to close it. Let's see, first time live on camera. I don't know which one's which. It says that one, so that should open it. Yep, and that'll close it. Looking good. No troubles at all. Nice, smooth So yeah, if it overturns, then that little bit rotates but doesn't actually do anything else, and the same when it closes. I like that. R2's coming alive. Cool, very happy. And that is that part of the build completed. That's this issue done. Next time we get the final panel for the surround. So let's just grab it mostly together and see. Let me unplug the wire from the motor from the board. Keep that to one side for next month. So we've got R2's front on there, looking good. I like it. It's really coming together. I'll put it together and put a couple of pictures up on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com gross models. Go and have a look at that. So for the pictures, it's a lot easier than trying to take pictures and show it all up here. I'll be able to get better angles with just a camera rather than trying to do it on a video. Go and check that out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As ever, I hope you've been watching and following along with the build. I'll get all the bits together so I've got everything ready to go. We've got the other compartment there with the arms in it. Compartment's on the front done now, so yeah, it's all really coming together. I'm happy with this. Yeah, see you next time for the next issue. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.